This is the Gospel Experience.
One of the things that is really important when you talk about the will of God is the fact that, like you just said now, God's will is the best. It doesn't matter what people say. Trust me, I just said it. A million people will say a million things. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the fact that if it is not God's will, it is not good. And God's will sometimes, most times, God's will is, no, most times, every time, not most times, every time God's will is perfect. I don't care how it turns out in the end, it is perfect. And we've talked about this, a lot of times, how perfect God's will is. And if you do not get it right, you're just trading on very dangerous path. Yeah. Okay, guys, we want to hear, have you been in a situation where you really, really needed the will of God to come to play in that your space? And did it play? How did it play? How did you know it was the will of God? Hey,
you said something. I didn't want to cut in. I wanted you to finish. You said, "Is it possible to be in love with two ladies?" And then you're thinking of which one? Is it even possible? I keep asking these questions.
That's a thing for some other day. We'll talk. We'll talk about that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Welcome.
Yes, Dachi and Maria.
You're welcome, sir.
Welcome,
yeah,
sir.
This is Michael.
Oh, Michael. Michael, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me still come by marriage. Let me say by marriage.
Okay.
It is the will of God that everyone should marry.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's the will of God. Because he says, go and multiply. It is the will of God that everyone should get married. But if you decide not to marry, that is optional.
So does that?
It's not God telling you not to marry.
So if you decide not to marry, does that kick you against the will of God?
I don't think it keeps you against the will of God. I don't think it keeps you.
Okay, but
it is the will of God.
Okay.
But if you decide not to marry, well, like you ask, it might be against the will of God because you don't want to flow the way God wants you to go. Yes, you don't want to.
Thank you very much. You see, I feel like this whole marriage thing is one of the big spaces where people talk about the will of God because for a lot of people that believe that it's for better, for worse.
A lifetime.
Yeah.
It's a lifetime decision. You live with somebody, for the rest of your life. You get to see this person morning, afternoon, almost all the time.
Yeah. So now you see, that's the thing. Now let me read this. One of my favorite Bible verses. I mean, my dad planted this Bible verse in all of us right from when we were very young. And it's Psalms 139, verse 15. I'm going to read 15, 16, and 17. It says, "My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret, when I was woven together in the depth of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All my days were written in your book and ordained for me before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God. How vast is the sum of it." So when you read that place, it usually tells me that God already has everything written down. So usually the big question for me, even when I step out there, is, am I really getting what he has written down already, or am I just walking?
He said this in his word that to give us what? An expected end.
Yeah.
Not to cause us pains, not to cause us sorrows, not to cause us tears, but to make us joyful and be happy. Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes the will of God causes pain for some people. It makes people cry.
Before you get there, sometimes there will be this little discomfort here and there. But a lot of people can't take it, Small pain. God does not exist. It shouldn't be so now.